been a minute. Sorry I didn't post last week. It was a rough week. And while I was having a rough week, I was like, you know what? I know you said you weren't going to buy any books anymore. The bookstore is your happy place. So you can go, but you can only purchase a few books. And I was like, yeah, I have self-control. I can do it. But it turns out that I don't. And you should have known that. But anyways, I went and I spent a little bit of time at the bookstore and I got some cool books. Way more than 5. I wanted to share with you the books that I got. Let's just get started. The first book that I got is Stephen King's Thinner. I believe this is a film as well that I've never seen actually, so maybe there's a movie versus book in the near future for this guy. But again, it was the half off book sale, so this was $2. Next up, I got The Phantom of the Opera. This is by Gaston Leroux, I think is how you pronounce it. And I actually might already own this. This was $2.50. Yeah, I really can't remember if I already have this or not. I feel like I do. Either way, regardless, I bought it to read it. If I have it, then I guess I'll read it twice. Next up, I've got Vengeance Fantastic. And I thought that this was actually a book, but it says edited by Denise Little. So I believe that that means that it is a series of short stories. And now looking at the cover, it says 17 masters of fantasy spin gripping tales of wrongs righted or gone dreadfully awry. And this was actually, they had a new section that was a 50-cent book section. So I got this bad boy for 50 cents. So I'm excited to read this. I thought that it looked interesting and it was 50 cents. So like, hell yes. Next up, I got Robin Cook's Crisis. So you guys know that I'm a big fan of Robin Cook. He is a surgeon, I believe, that also writes novels. And this was 50 cents as well. Come on, how can you pass that up? Usually I feel like the 50-cent section is just a bunch of random stuff, but it was a lot of authors that I knew, so I was excited to find this. I don't have this book, Crisis, nor did I read the back. Well, there's nothing on the back, but I don't know what the synopsis is of this, but it was 50 cents and I love but it was 50 cents and I like Robin Cook, so I decided to pick this bad boy up as well. I think it was a 50-cent, it said something like mass produced paperbacks for 50 cents or something like that, whatever the hell that means. So next up, this was another 50-cent book. This is called Mystery Walk by Robert R. McCammon. This one, I didn't read the back of, I just know the writer and it was 50 cents. Let me know if you guys have read any of these. Ooh. Next up, I got Joyce Carol Oates' novel Zombie. So you guys know that I picked up a Joyce Carol Oates anthology that was all horror based last time, and I didn't know that she wrote like specifically horror novels. And this was actually, I think, in the mystery thriller section, but it's called Zombie, so I figure it has some sort of, I mean, it's not about zombies, it's about, did I even read what this was about? He has a problem for his professor father and his loving mother, though of course they do not believe the charge that got him in that bit of trouble. Yeah, so I don't really know what this is about. I don't think it's about a literal zombie, but I'm excited to read it. I like Joyce Carol Oates, and this one was $2.50, so cool. Do you like how I gave myself the limit of 5 books and we're already way past 5? Guess how many I got? There's a lot. Okay, the next one that I got was called Ghost and Horror Stories of Ambrose Bierce. It's just an anthology. This was $2.50, and it's crazy because there's a price on the actual cover of this book, and it was $2 when this first came into print, which was, let's see when this was. So this is a 1964 book, and it's gone up 50 cents. But anyways, yeah, just selected stories. I'm excited for that. Next up, we have My Husband's Wife. This is by Jane Corey. This one was $2.50 as well. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what it's about. I liked the cover and I thought that the title sounded interesting. My Husband's Wife, but not me. Someone else. Very interesting. It just says, when young lawyer Lily married Ed, she determined to make a fresh start and leave the secrets of the past behind. Then she takes on her first case and meets Joe, a convicted murderer to whom Lily is strangely drawn, and from whom she will soon be willing to risk almost anything. Let me know if you guys have read this. I know that a lot of the times when I go into the thriller mystery section, it's kind of hit or miss. I mean, I usually enjoy them. There have only been 1 or 2 that I've really not enjoyed, and I love picking up random books and seeing what they're about and just reading different writers. So I'm glad that I've become a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Adventurous with my book selection. I don't just pick up the same books of the same writers. And most of the time I am happy that I did that. This is another one that I just picked up. It is called Empty Ever After, and it's by Reed Farrell Coleman. I have no idea what this is. This again, I think was in the mystery section, and this again was $2.50. It says there are no second acts for the dead, or are there? For more than 20 years, a retired NYPD officer and PI Mo Pragan have been haunted by the secrets that would eventually destroy his family. Now, 2 years later, after the fallout from the truth, more secrets are haunting the Prager family. A Mo Prager mystery. So I don't know, I'm excited to read this. It just caught my eye. I thought it was a cool title and I really liked the cover of it. Next one I picked up was called Afternoon of an Author. This is by F. Scott Fitzgerald. This was in the classics section and it was $2. And these are actually just short stories by Fitzgerald, which I thought was cool. You guys know that I am a huge fan of reading short stories, and I love these little series for each specific author. Is that called an anthology if it's just from one author, or does an anthology imply it's from multiple authors? Regardless, so this one has just a bunch of short stories, and I thought that was cool. This is, of course, the author of The Great Gatsby, and I have never read any short stories collections from this author, so I picked this guy up. Oh, this was on the new rack. So this one had just come in, and it's called Reviver. Death Won't Silence Them. And this is by Seth. Well, there's a sticker here, but I'm going to assume it says Seth Patrick. And I just read the back, and it just said, if you cross the sixth sense with CSI, you would have Reviver. And I was like, done. So this one was $3 for a hardcover. Are you serious? That's fantastic. I don't know what this is about. I didn't read the synopsis of it. I have no idea. But it's definitely, it sounds like it's more of like a ghost story, and I'm excited to read it. Let's open this up. Able to wake the recently dead and let them bear witness to their own demise. 12 years after the first Reviver came to light, they have become accepted by an uneasy public. The testimony of the dead is permitted in courtrooms across the world. Whoa, that sounds awesome. Forensic revival is a routine part of police investigation. So if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like they can revive dead people to testify. So say that if someone were murdered, that they could testify at their own murder trial. Is that what it sounds like? If that's the case, then this book sounds really interesting and I'm stoked to read that. And then next up, I just got another little Agatha Christie book. This one is called Easy to Kill. This was $1 whole, and you guys know I'm a fan of Agatha Christie's. Another classic whodunit right there. And last, but oh, just kidding, not last. We have Intruder in the Dust, and this is by William Faulkner. This was in the classic section as well. This was $1.50, and it's just a book that I decided to pick up. I was looking at different William Faulkner books, and I was looking for a specific book, although now I can't remember which one I was looking for, and this one just caught my attention, so I decided to pick this up. I've never read it. Let me know if this is good. I'm sure it is. And this is the last book that I picked up. So I also picked up Stephen King's The Mist. This is $1.50 as well. And actually the girl that rang me up that works at the bookstore was like, this is my favorite Stephen King book. Have you ever read it? And I said, oh no, I haven't read it before. And she's like, let me know if you like it because it's my favorite. And she was like very excited about it. So I'm excited to read this. Have you guys read this one? And is it one of your favorites? She said that the book doesn't even, or the movie doesn't even do it justice. And she really, really likes this. So I'm very intrigued. I have seen the movie, but I haven't read this ever. I'm really enjoying picking up these like smaller Stephen King books. So how many books did we get? This doesn't say. Let me count how many books we got. 14 books. Okay, somebody needs to stop buying more books. I bought another bookshelf. I think I said before I'm gonna redo all my bookshelves and stuff. And now I'm like a little nervous that I may need a fourth bookshelf because I do have so many books in the closet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyways, for all of these, what did I just say? 14 books. They were $27.38. What a mother bargain. Okay, that was my book haul for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. These were, I think, all from either the horror, mystery, thriller, or classics section of the bookstore. So most of them are like horror, thriller. Please let me know if you guys have read any of these books, and I will see you on Thursday with yet another horror video. And I hope you guys stick around, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.